Hey, are you finding it hard to study for long hours every day? Are you struggling to keep yourself motivated every day? And are you procrastinating when it comes to studies? Then you should watch this video till the end, because in this video I'm gonna tell you few tried and tested tips which will help you overcome all these problems and help you focus on your studies. Number 1. Find your saturation point. What is saturation point? It is basically the number of minutes that you can concentrate without being distracted. So for me, saturation point is 50 minutes. So up to 50 minutes, I can concentrate on my studies without being distracted. So I will not look at my phone and I'll not speak to anybody. I will not get up and go. I make sure I sit in that place for next 50 minutes. So that's how you should find your saturation point. Whether it is 30 minutes, 40 or 50. But fix that. Don't do anything apart from studies during that time. So that will actually keep you focused, and once you sit there, you'll be able to tell yourself that for next 50 minutes, this is my study time. Tip number 2, fix a target for the day and divide them in small chunks. For example, imagine you want to complete chapter 1 and 2 for the day. And you tell yourself, before you start at 15 minutes, you tell yourself, now in these 50 minutes, I'll complete 30 sums in chapter 1 and remaining sums after the break. So that's how you fix the timing as well as the target, so that you know where you stand and how far you've completed the target. So this will help you concentrate effectively on those 30 sums itself and not think about any other things. Tip number 3. This is one of my favorites which I have figured out recently. So whenever you take a break, right, you don't sit in the same place where you were studying. You just walk out of that place. No matter you're using your phone or you're doing something else, it doesn't really matter. But just get out of that place where you were studying. So when you go out, your mind just feels very relaxed and refreshed, because you're not sitting in the same place and thinking about the same studies again and again. So you go out and you kind of have that change of thought and come back and study. So this is like switching off and then coming back and switching it on types. As I told you, I used to do this mistake. I used to take my phone and sit in the same place for next 10-15 minutes and take the break and just go back to studies again. But somewhere my mind was tired of that place. So my mind used to give me suggestions like I think I'm tired, I'm done, things like that. So getting up and just walking out, even for a small walk, will make a huge difference. This one I have experienced. Tip number 4, revision is the key. So whenever I used to study a subject, a new chapter in a subject, I used to find it really hard, and I used to sometimes think, okay, I think I'm not good enough to understand what is there in the subject. But what I realized was, your mind is actually looking for familiarity. When it is a completely new topic which you have no idea about, your mind starts playing tricks. So your mind starts telling you things like, oh, maybe you're not good enough, maybe this subject is really hard, maybe this is not the right time to study. All these things will start running in your mind. So revision is something which will help you overcome this problem. So once you find it familiar, once you start seeing things, once you start reading the topics again and again, your mind becomes familiar with the topic, and then it becomes easy and you start learning easily. In reality, even if the subject is hard, revision can help you boost up that confidence and learn the subject easily. Tip number 5. This is very, very important one. Don't give up. Since I'm also a student, I know there are days where you don't feel like studying, where your mind cannot concentrate. Somehow you just don't get that motivation to study. It is okay. It is okay to feel that way. Give yourself that space. Pamper yourself. Watch that favorite movie of yours, or maybe watch something which actually makes you feel good, or maybe hang out with your friends or family members. Just do something else apart from studies. Just turn off. It's very important. It's okay. Your mind also needs that space and that kind of rejuvenation. Give that to yourself. These are some important tips which helped me come back to that normal mode of studying, because it's been a roller coaster from past few months since I started studying for my final exams. So it was definitely not easy to get here, but I made it. So everything is in your hand. You can do it too. When I can do it, you can also do this. So get to that study mode and start studying and don't look back. All the best.